as compelling as this one, and no player as compelling as Luka Doncic. At 21 years of age, sore left ankle and all, he delivers the moment in the playoffs, making history in the process. Game 5 starting lineups. It'll look like this. Trey Burke is back in there. The Mavericks go small. No Kristaps Porzingis. He's out with a knee injury. Jarrett Greenberg will have more on that. Landry Shamet gets a start for the third consecutive game. No Patrick Beverley again tonight for the Los Angeles Clippers. That is a huge loss for the Clippers, and there is a huge loss for the Dallas Mavericks. We're ready to go. Game 5 is underway from the arena. Second of our doubleheader of playoff basketball on TNT. Mavericks with the first possession here, decked out in the blue uniforms. This is technically a Clipper home game, and how about a hit right out of the gates? Tim Hardaway Jr. with the first strike of the night. You wonder where points, where success will come from with Porzingis out. So a lot of Tim Hardaway Jr. in Game 4 had 21 points. Mavericks have shown they have some balance. That's a good start. Paul George knocks down his first look.
I thought he'd come out and try to get his looks early, and the main reason is because his coach is a great coach, an ex-player, and he understands you got to get guys into rhythm. You got to believe in them.
Dorian Finney-Smith hits his first try. He was questionable today with hip problems, having pain in both sides of the hip. But he does answer the bell and hits his first shot. There's George, misfires, offensive rebound, a long one out to Marcus Morris. Doncic on Morris. That's been a matchup we've watched all series long.
Good D.
Finney-Smith rips down the board. They have alternated wins in this series. Doncic with the runner, scores in the lane.
You see the roll man? He's open. You got a guy in the corner. Did you see Luka give him a little bit of a peek there, almost to say, don't worry, Finney-Smith, I'm going to hit you the next time. Just keep on rolling with integrity.
Down in the corner, Hardaway with Kawhi on him. Now he shoots over Kawhi Leonard and hits a tough three-pointer. Tim Hardaway Jr. with 2 made threes to get his night started. Dallas has already got 3 on the board.
He and Trey Burke have done such a great job. Now, look for Dallas tonight to gamble a little bit, and they did on that last play with a double team on Kawhi. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. They don't have KP out there. That's Porzingis, and so they need to kind of be aggressive early.
In the nightcap, Doncic all the way in, throws it down into second gear and still scores the basket.
Yeah, how about that screen by his big man? I mean, that's what you want, guys, getting you to the lane, giving you a little bit of extra room, and Cleveland that time doing a good job.
George gets a friendly bounce. Finney-Smith kicks it. Here's Kleba. He keeps firing and finally gets one to go.
And Luka looks at him and screams at him and tells him, you keep shooting the ball. And that's what a leader does. Those are the intangibles that you don't see at home. Keep encouraging your guys, because he's going to play the right way, and he's going to have to spread that ball around.
That's a good look from Finney-Smith. Here's Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard gets his scoring started tonight. That's where he's done most of his damage. No. Bothered by Kawhi Leonard there. Burke's been terrific for the Mavericks. What a story he is, even competing in these playoffs. Here's George. Can't get the bounce. Keeps it alive. Another chance here for the Clippers. Paul George active early on the drive. Trying to clear some space, and George scores at the basket. That'll be a timeout. Rick Carlisle and the Mavericks. 16-15. We're off and running. This is Game 5. All series 2-2. Kawhi Leonard starting to get it cooking here in this first quarter.
Yeah, there's a famous quote by Martin Luther King, and I'll just paraphrase it. And it's not the words of your enemies that hurt you, but the silence of your friends. And I think that's the frustration that some NBA players feel, and they just feel that it could be them, if not for the grace of God, and if not for their faces being on TV and being able to be recognized. And so just kudos to the guys for making sure that this wonderful distraction at times for those does not become a distraction from voting, from participating in your community, and for making sure you put a focus on the killing of unarmed black men and women in America.
So heavy on the minds of every rational person in this country. Wisconsin's my home state, so certainly hits close to home. And right now, we're praying for Jacob Blake. He's 29 years of age, and he's fighting right now. Hopefully, he does pull through this.
What's up, y'all? Today we're about to be watching some of them dunks that you cannot believe.
Subscribe.
11. Michael Carter Williams. Who was this pass intended for? Hello? Anyway, off the backboard, windmill. Bro, if you do not remember these Lob City days, it was some of the best, most entertaining basketball. If you like high-flying dunks, this was the team that you were a fan of back there. And if you're a fan of Chris Paul, too. All right, next one. We got Zach LaVine on the break. 360. Oh, my God. Zach LaVine, 360. I'm telling you, he ain't had his chance to do something like this in the Bulls uniform. Actually, that's not true. He's done it a few times. But, like, come on, man. That's a dunk contest dunk for real. Next. Oh, Braun. Is this the one where he does
Basketball's giving me everything.
He does the, you dig. I think that...
The country trip was because of that.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find really good, no, perfect words that make your writing sharp, or explicit, or excellent, or distinctive. As a matter of fact, for what it's worth, Grammarly can, yeah, that's long. We can get rid of that, and this, good, and this, or how about this? Grammarly helps you be concise. If your tone might make someone feel like this, Grammarly can remind you. It would help if you soften your tone. And if you need the support, Grammarly encourages you to write confidently. Because the better we all communicate, the better we connect. Grammarly.
New spell, and nice little ripper through Austin.
What are you doing?
Messi and Ronaldo are two of the best players to grace the beautiful game. Forms him in ratio, but he's only 21 goals away from Chris, while playing.
Jackson.